A very good morning and welcome to Smart Means Business, and this is Smart 24. My name is Falda Chiravo and I will be taking you through this session of the press review, and we'll be reminded that the date today is 27th November 2024 and it is exactly 7:10 a.m. Have a good morning while you prepare yourself through this traffic, and let's look at what the news have for us today. Yes. So looking at the Daily Monitor of today, the front page is interesting as it says that 60,000 billion gone from Bank of Uganda in 60 seconds. And the question is this a matter of safety issues, embezzlement, or there is a story that is behind it? And the Bank of Uganda has started an investigation along with the police of Uganda in order to look at where this money has gone, and it happened in just 60 seconds. That is a very brief time to have all this amount of money lost. And I mean, dollars, it is $7 million, and I'm sure that we are going to be able to find out more on where the whereabouts of this money. And looking at the second page, which is talking about diabetes eating up young people, and there is a story of increased numbers of diabetic, as it is attributed to 2.8% in rural areas, 1.3% coming from northern Uganda. There's been an increase from 1.4% to 2.8% in western Uganda, and from 1.5% to 4.2% in central, as well as 0.9% increase to 2.7% increase in the eastern region. And as we look at the health situations of Ugandans, of course we look at the consumption behaviors, and that is something that is affecting the health environment of Uganda's economy. So that is one of the stories that we have in the Daily Monitor of today. And moving forward, we see that Amongi, who is the Speaker of the Parliament of Uganda, seeks answers from the government on Besige's abduction. Dating back to last week, Winnie Byanyima posted on Tuesday that her husband had been abducted in Kenya for a number of reasons, and at the time he was being held at the army court, and the stories are not yet certain as to why his arrest was made, but there is a number of situations that are being brought about that he was having armed weapons on him by the time that he was abducted in Kenya. And that is again one of the stories that has been trending, and follow the story in the Daily Monitor of today. Moving forward again, Byanyima talks about why Besigye will never give up the struggle for a better Uganda. And we should be reminded that Besigye has been in the race for the presidential seat since way back, and he has been able to go for it for about 4 times now, and he's been quiet for the past at least two sessions of presidential campaigns. But then again, here he comes back in the news with him being arrested due to a number of issues. And moving forward, the government unveils marriage registration reforms, and these are mainly in the civil marriages that are just between the bride and the groom, as well as the court. Page 10 of the Daily Monitor is looking at the government developing policy to regulate the AI, and that is in the Ministry of ICT. And when we look at AI is something that is very new, as it has come about with the technological advancement. And of course, it needs to be regulated, because if it is not used well, it is bound to affect the people using it. And moving forward, we see that Mercy Kainowi shows leadership steering URSB to greater heights. Now, this lady is the vice president. She is standing with the vice president, Her Excellency Jessica Alupo, as the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs. And that is a story that you can get in today's today's Daily Monitor. And when we look at the East African community or the economic integration of the East African countries, there has been unremitted funds blocking its progress. And of course, that is a story that is going to be looked at when it comes to regional trading. There is some blockages between these East African countries, and find that in the business corner of today's Daily Monitor. Moving forward, the government banks on oil money to fund the 1,700 kilometer SGR network. This was officially launched last week by our president, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And the money that is going to foresee that this is seen through has been already banked. And apparently it is going to provide over 600,000 jobs for Uganda's economy as well as its citizens. And looking at, again, the oil department, there has been a delay of the oil projects, and it does not equate to the conservation efforts. So please find that story in the Daily Monitor. And about the international continuation of the Conference of Parties of 2029, it came to an end, and there is an article that is talking about that. The article is by Mr. Howard Mwesije, the climate change, as well as a very big involved party in the Environmental Parliament of Uganda. We still see the transition of homes in Uganda's economy, and that is talking about clean living, as well as the new space that is being ventured into by a number of Ugandans, and that is the real estate space. Of course, there will be a number of entertaining games as always, such as the crossword puzzles. And as we continue to look through the Daily Monitor, we look at the continued land struggles between land grabbers and landowners in Uganda's economy. And today's story is from Tororo Butaleja, where this has been continuously happening. And Gudu reports surge in epilepsy cases. These are related to mental issues. So get that full story in today's Daily Monitor. That and more is what you will find in today's Daily Monitor. And please grab yourself a copy so that you keep updated with what is happening in the country. Now, looking at again today's new vision, be reminded that the date today is 27th November 2024. The front page talks about 3,000 more teaching jobs in Uganda's education sector. Yes, please. And that is a story that you will still find in the new vision of today. Moving forward, as we prepare for the incoming new month, which kickstarts with the World AIDS Day, we look at celebrating those working to eliminate HIV in children. So that is a story that is in the new vision today. That is page 2, and looking at Page 5, we still look at Museveni cautions Africa against excessive protectionism policies. And that is another story that you will find in the new vision of today. Muslims are urged to join the fight against terrorism, predominantly because the Muslim society has been targeted a lot when it comes to the different terror attacks dating from way back. So they are being urged to join the fight against terrorism. And the UNRWA, Uganda National Road Authority begins repairs on Mabira Road. Mabira Road is one of the roads that is important as it connects Kampala to the eastern region of Uganda. And it has been having a number of issues such as increased potholes, so it is currently under maintenance. So if you are looking at using that road, you should know that that is happening. And looking at the green economy of Uganda, there is an article about what is the secret behind the rising forest cover as we take part again in the fight for a better and green economy in order to preserve the environment. Those are some of the stories that are going to help us get there as we look at today's new vision. And moving forward, there is a question of who or the US government commend Uganda's public health invasions. And two jailed for killing teenager overshot. And that is a number of reasons as to why Uganda's stability is still being questioned. Now, moving forward, there is a nuclear wealth rate, and there is an article about the nuclear wealth rate and why all of us should stay alert. And this is an article from Mr. Opio Oloya, who is an educationist. And looking at page 15, we look at the question of why irrational rationalism is dangerous, and you can get more on those details in today's new vision. When we look at some of in the economical sector and how we can boost it, we are going to look at why Uganda should build robust, soft and hard infrastructure in order to be able to sustain longer economical growth. Now, those are some of the issues that are being looked at in today's new vision. And if you want to keep updated on what is happening again within the country, please grab yourself a copy of the Daily Monitor or the New Vision and be able to know where to put your efforts as of today's business decisions. I would love to again thank you for joining us today for the Smart Means Business, and grab yourself a cup of coffee as it is a very cold morning, and we shall be back with Karibu East Africa as well as international news. So see you then.